guys like palettes because that is what we are doing today. Hey beautifuls, welcome back to my channel today. Today is an extra special unboxing, you guys. It is going to be so much fun. We are doing an unboxing of the Lurella Cosmetics mystery box. Now, it's not so much a mystery because I already knew going into it what was going to be in this, but I'm going to explain how I knew that as well. I'm also going to tell you guys how you can get your very own mystery box as well. But I'm so excited because we have 20 eyeshadow palettes to get through in this video today. So if you would like to receive 20 eyeshadow palettes for your mystery box, keep on watching. So if you are not familiar with Lurella Cosmetics, this is a cosmetic company here in the US. They make all sorts of things beauty oriented, and they're recently getting into skincare as well, but they launched mystery boxes and I was like, I want to do these mystery boxes. It has been almost 2 years, you guys, since I unboxed one of their mystery boxes, and they're always good. It's just I have to balance out how much product I'm getting from everywhere. So I haven't done one in a couple of years, and I wanted to give these ones a go and see what they were like. I purchased the $100 mystery box, and it says that for that $100 price point, you will receive $175 worth of products in exchange. Now, this mystery box is still available, so if you guys would like to purchase it, I will post a link down below for you. I also will post a discount code that I have for the Lurella website as well. Last I knew, that worked on anything on their website. It may not work on the mystery boxes, but I'm still going to post it just in case if you want to try it out. But when you make this purchase, it's super fun because Lurella is trying a new thing where you get to choose what items you want in your mystery box. Now, you can keep it old school. If you want it to be a true mystery box, you can definitely do that, and you can tell Lurella, I don't want to know any of the items, and they will surprise you with $175 worth of products in your mystery box. The way that I found out about this was actually from a subscriber, and she messaged me and said, hey, you will never believe this, but Lurella called me on the phone, like old school called me, and she goes, they actually said I can customize my entire box, or I can go with a 20 palette option for my entire mystery box. And I was like, girl, that's amazing. I'm so excited for you. I've never seen that before, but like, yes, why say no to 20 palettes? So I placed my order. I didn't hear anything for a few days. And then sure enough, I got a phone call from California. It was a number I didn't recognize, but because I'd already been told by my subscriber, I was kind of expecting it. So I got the phone call from Alex, and he was like, hey, you ordered this mystery box. You have the option of customizing it. You can choose $175 of product off of our website, or we can completely surprise you. Or another option is we can choose 20 eyeshadow palettes at random and stick them in your box. Now, to me, it was a no-brainer. I was like, send me the palettes, you guys. I mean, that's $5 a palette is what I basically paid for this. So I have with me today all 20 eyeshadow palettes. I already took off all of the bubble wrap and all of these. That way we can just get into the unboxing. If you order with my link down below and you put your phone number in at checkout, it should ask you for it. I would assume you will have the same option, since that's happened to my other subscribers and now to me, that you will receive a phone call and you will have the option to either customize it or go with a 20 palette option. If you want some of these same palettes, you could even tell them that, hey, I want this exact palette. I like this one, but you can surprise me on the rest. So in theory, we could have the same mystery boxes, or they may differ a bit depending on what you choose for it. Okay, so that's how it all works. I laid all that out for you guys. We're gonna get into the unboxing now. I know that was a little bit long to explain, but I wanted you to know for sure how to do this and how everything transpired. So now you have all the details. Let's look at our first palette. First palette is called Pop the Bubbly. Now, all of Lurella's palettes are cruelty-free, so I'm going to mention that now, but just know all of their items are cruelty-free going forward in the video. So there is a mirror on this one, and this is supposed to be a shimmer palette. So that is where the bubbly idea is coming from. So we can definitely see those gorgeous shimmers in there. I think you could even double these up as highlighters. They're listed as eyeshadow, but I definitely see highlighter potential here. My second palette is the Life is a Celebration palette. Now, this was a collab that they did a couple of years ago. Maybe it's been less than that too. I can't exactly remember when this came out, but I do remember when they launched this. Now, this is quite a bit larger than the last one, if you can believe that. I mean, like, it is huge, you guys. So inside of this palette, you have a gorgeous top deck. And I say top deck because I'm pretty sure there's more shadows down below. But let's just look at this top one for now. This is your gorgeous display of colors. So beautiful. And then you also have some bronzing contour shades over here as well. But the great thing about these shadows, you could deepen up any look with these colors and it will give it more of a smoky eye effect. You can also do that with the black as well with this shade over here. But I think this is gorgeous. I love that you've got multiple shadows all kind of in that same range. You could really build them up into gorgeous eye looks. And then down below, we do have a note from the collab creator. And I'm pretty sure she is wearing the shadows in this palette as well. So there's a little note in here all included. And then I think you just lift this up and there's, yes. So there's a whole nother row. This is how it is in the middle. I don't want to ruin my shadows, but this is the next deck down below. Can you believe this? There are so many shades in this palette and I got it for $5, you guys. Like, this is incredible. And then you've got a blush and a highlighter in here and you have all of these pigments. This is gorgeous. I am in love with all of these shadows, you guys. Seriously, $5. Now, when I say $5, I'm referring to the fact that I spent $100 for 20 eyeshadow palettes. I'm just breaking it down. I did not buy these for $5 individually on their website. If you try to do that, it won't work. But, oh my goodness, you guys, this is such a great deal. Now, my third palette is the Ugly Christmas Sweater. So I wonder what our ugly shadows are gonna look like. This palette is about mid-size, I would say. And, oh, there we go. It kind of sticks. Inside we do have a mirror, and then we definitely have lots of green and red tones. Do have a pop of yellow as well. I'm definitely seeing holiday colors with this, but I still think it could be pretty with those greens. You could do like a spring summertime look with those shadows. Palette number 4 is the Firecracker eyeshadow palette. Now this one I do already own in my collection. I have been a huge Lurella fan for going on 4 years now, you guys. So I have a few of these palettes already, but I can tell you this one is amazing. So it's very patriotic with the red, white, and blue colors in here. I don't usually create looks with this entire palette. It's just not for me. However, there are a couple of shades that are super pigmented. So this deep blue over here, I love to use in the outer V to do like a smoky blue eye. Perfect for that. This one here is a great red to brighten up your eyelid area. So I use this palette quite a bit for looks that I'm mix and matching with other palettes. I don't typically create one all from this palette, but I do love those two shades a ton. The next palette that I have is the Queen Bee eyeshadow palette. I'm wondering if this is all yellow. So inside we do have a mirror, and then yes, we've got some neutral tones. Man, this is giving me ColourPop vibes. I know it's Lurella because, one, it says Lurella on here, but this seriously reminds me of ColourPop with their 9-pan palettes. Just the colors that are on here, and that's a compliment. I think it's beautiful. I really do think it's a gorgeous looking palette. They're not my favorite shades because I have a hard time with yellows, but I do think it's gorgeous. Next up, we have the Let's Get Jolly eyeshadow palette. So this one, I'm really hoping we see those candy cane vibes. I love the candy cane look. So inside, once again, we do have a mirror, and there's actually a little snow ridge around the mirror up top, and then down below, you're gonna have all of your shadows. Now this is giving me cotton candy vibes. That pink kind of throws me for a loop. So I love it. I love the pink and blue combo, but I'm totally seeing cotton candy here instead of candy cane. Palette number 7 is the Ocean Breeze palette. So this again is a very large eyeshadow palette. I feel like you're seeing the progression that Lurella started out with the really small palettes and then they've been growing ever since. So they keep getting larger the more that I open up. This palette is definitely giving us the blue hues. Ocean Breeze, the entire palette is cool toned, which I personally love. I do have this palette in my collection and this shimmer down here is to die for, you guys. Absolutely love it. I also really like this one over here because it has a touch of purple in it. So when that shade goes down, it gives it a purple shift and it's just very beautiful. Especially in wintertime, you can create some really gorgeous looks with this one. Now, I am not swatching in this video today, you guys, only because do you know how many swatches there would be? There is so much to show you. I'm not even halfway through all these palettes yet. And to swatch every single eyeshadow in a palette would be a ton. But I will tell you, having used these, and you've actually seen several Lurella shadows on my eyelids in my videos, they are a fantastic formula. I love their formulas. And they work really well at blending. They're not patchy. I do think some shadows take a little bit more work than others, but that's to be expected with all palettes. So I can recommend that for you guys as well, that I do think the quality is great. So our next palette here is called Ho Ho Ho, and this one I don't recognize. I'm wondering if this was like an exclusive one that they did. So there is a mirror, and then down below we have 12 shadows. This is cute. I like that it's a little neutral, but then you've got these pops of red. Okay, this palette I'm excited for. This is the Love is Love palette. It is rainbow everything. I'm pretty sure I remember this. Now, I don't own this one, but I remember seeing the launch. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my goodness. Holy bananas, you guys. Ah! I am so excited right now. This is stunning. Look at all of the colors and their shimmers galore. Oh my golly. This is incredible. So it's definitely giving us rainbow vibes. I'm loving all the different colors. The shimmers are amazing. And actually, there's several glitters in here as well. So it's really popping. I mean, this is just gorgeous. This is my favorite palette we've opened up so far. I really like the Life is a Celebration palette too. That one is gorgeous, but this is just me, you guys. I love vibrant colors and I just, that is stunning. Next up, we do have the Reindeer eyeshadow palette. Now, this one is actually in the shape of a reindeer, so it's super fun. So here's what it looks like. And then it's all magnetic, and so you can pop this off and you'll have your shadows down below. Is that not cute? See, again, I feel like you can see the evolution of Lurella, that they've gotten more and more creative as time has went on. This palette was in the December subscription box for 2023, so that's how I am familiar with that one. But they have gotten progressively more creative, and then you start to see these fun shapes with their palettes. So I love it. This is so much fun. My next one is Spider Queen. Ooh. Now, I don't know this palette at all. I don't remember seeing this anywhere. So we do have a mirror, and then down below, this is dark in a good way. Oh, I love that purple in there. Wow. Okay, so I like where this is going. It's definitely giving you those darker vibes. So I am getting Spider Queen out of this, but man, those purples are stunning. And then look at these blue greens in here, and then over here. Those are gorgeous. Okay, now this one I really want to try because a couple of those shadows look really fun. I like what I'm seeing with this one in here. This one is called What's Your Sign? And it is a larger palette. So this one is probably as large as the Love is Love palette. There's quite a few shadows in these ones compared to the other ones we've opened up. So this one says, what is your sign? You have lots of color. Was not expecting that. I was thinking we'd see a lot of different blues, but surprisingly, I mean, again, I am really drawn to these purples right now. Like these two here and then this, I feel like you could create a gorgeous look with those four. Those are really pretty, but also this row, That might be cool to create a look together too. I like that they're both cool tones, so you could do a combo a little bit. See, I'm having fun with this, you guys. I'm kind of looking like, I could try this. But what's cool with this is they went with the birthstone colors for each of these months. So March is aquamarine, which is this really light blue color. So that's what we're seeing there. April is diamond, I believe. And so that's why you're seeing more of like those whites. You get Peridot, I believe, is in August. I'm trying to remember all of them. Garnet, I think, is red in January. So that's kind of the idea behind this too, is you're getting the birthstone colors. But I do think it's pretty. We also have the Fresh Squeeze eyeshadow palette. This one was in the subscription box in 2023, so I did receive this one. And it is a cute take on lemon, you guys, which I thought was just adorable. So there is a mirror in here, but then you got to see these gorgeous yellow and blue shades come together. And I just feel like this last year, they have been so creative with their palettes. I don't think I have this one. So this is Mariposa, which is butterfly in Spanish. And this was a gorgeous lilac palette. I remember when this came out. Oh, and I guess there's other colors in here too. But I remember when it launched and I was like, I love the purples. And then I just never bought it. But oh, I love the shadows in here. Okay, seriously, this whole side I want to work with. All of those purples and blues, so beautiful. I did not see the orange coming at all, but I do get it with Monarch Butterflies orange. I see why they went that route, but this is pretty. One thing that's nice I'm noticing with all of these palettes is none of them are the same, so you are literally getting every color out there. So our next palette is called Currency, and this is an all green palette, and it has every shade of green imaginable in here. So you do have a mirror up at the top, and then these are all of your green shadows down below. I use these green shimmers quite a bit with my eyes. I also use this one too. And they're just really great green colors. And I find with greens, I like them to be very bold and vibrant. Otherwise, they look a bit murky if they're too dark. So those ones are really good shadows. Witch's Brew is my next palette. Now this palette actually opens up like a book. So instead of it opening up from the top, it opens from the side. Now there is a mirror, and then over on the other side, you do have all of your shadows. This one is super cute because you're seeing lots of fun purples in here, but you're also getting kind of those green vibes as well. So it looks exactly like Witch's Brew. Up next, we have the Desert Skies eyeshadow palette. Now this one is also going to feature those similar shades of purples and light green colors. This one, I had this palette, and I gotta tell you guys, I just ended up not liking it. I tried so hard to create a look with this palette, and it just never looked right. Like every time I would put it together, I'm like, nope, I don't like it. I don't like this. I do think there are a couple of shadows that are beautiful, but I just felt like this was a hard palette to work with. But then again, maybe you guys won't have any trouble at all. That was just my experience with this one. Next up is our Sunflower palette. Now, this one, I hope gives us true sunflowers. I don't have this one in my collection, but I would be in love if it was greens and like some deeper oranges in there. I can work with orange. So we do have a mirror, and then down below will be all of our shadows. Okay, not quite what I thought was gonna happen. Did not see the pinks coming at all in this palette, or the blue for that matter, but I do think it's nice. But man, I totally think for sunflowers, we could have went a whole nother direction with this palette, but it is pretty. Palette number 19, is that what we're up to? I think we're up to 19. This is the Fast and Fierce eyeshadow palette. This palette is supposed to resemble a tire, and it was giving racetrack themed vibes for it. That entire subscription box was all racetrack oriented. It was very well done. It was pink and black, and it was just super cute. So inside of our tire here, we do have a mirror, and you can see the tread around it. And then down below, we had these gorgeous pink shadows with just a couple of black tones. It's really pretty. Now, again, this is a palette I've used several times and created many looks with. I have done several pink looks where I will put the black shadow on the outer V. That is coming from this palette. It's just absolutely gorgeous the way they work together. And last up inside of my mystery box is palette number 20. This is gorgeous. I'm loving these flowers. And this is actually textured compared to the other palettes that we've opened up. It's lifted a bit so you can feel all of the texture that's on here. So inside of this palette, again, we have a mirror, and down below, we have got fall colors. But you know what else I see with this? Not only do I see like warm fall, autumn colors, I get a touch of retro with this. So it's giving me a little bit of a vintage vibe. I kind of like this, like a mid-century modern palette. I know that sounds so weird, but that's what I'm seeing with these shadows. Holy bananas, you guys. I have enough eyeshadow to last me 3 years at this point. So that is everything inside of my mystery box from Lurella Cosmetics. Comment down below, what did you guys think? I am curious, did you like the 20 palettes, or would you have preferred a mystery box that's a variety of products inside? I still would do this the same way, only because I've received mystery boxes so many times with a variety of products, which is great. But to have 20 palettes, that is amazing. To spend $5 a palette on them, I mean, seriously, the math is just so good on this. And then to have such cute palettes and you've got a little of everything, I'm honestly excited about this unboxing. I think my favorite palette out of the entire bunch is the Love is Love palette, followed by the Life is a Celebration palette. Those two are just stunning and they speak to me the most. But comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And again, if you would like to purchase your very own mystery box from Lurella, I will post that link down below. If you do not receive a phone call, or if you do not answer the phone call, you might not be able to receive 20 palettes, and they'll surprise you with a variety of products instead. So make sure you keep an eye out for a California phone number. So until next time, beautifuls, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next unboxing video. Bye!